guys, it's Kevin again, and in this video I'm going to review to you another pilot, this time for Shawn Saves the World. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but Shawn Saves the World was actually the comedy I was most looking forward to out of all the comedies that were coming out. The reason why? This is Megan Hilty and Sean Hayes' next project. Once I heard Megan Hilty was on board with this, I was like, okay, this has the potential to be really, really good, because you guys remember I love Smash, and I still have not forgiven NBC for getting rid of Smash. If they renew this, then I will forgive them, and I really hope they do, because I was really looking forward to it. And I remember on Smash when Ivy and I can't remember his name, Terry Falls, had scenes together on Smash, and then Sean Hayes and Megan Hilty became friends after that, and shortly after, now they're on Shawn Saves the World. And as it turns out, Shawn Saves the World is hilarious. I loved every single minute of this pilot, and I really hope NBC makes a smart decision and renews it, because it really is great. So the basic plot of this is, it's a pretty complex plot. It's not your average comedy plot. It's actually pretty complex. Basically, Sean Hayes plays Sean, who his daughter has just moved in with him. Basically, she had to make a choice between her mother and her father. Her mother got a job out of state, and she had to leave all her friends. She didn't want to leave any of her friends from school, so she decided to stay with her father. And Sean is trying to manage being a father and having this very hard job. He has a very hard boss at work who doesn't really care about them very much, and he's trying to balance being a father and have a job and still be a very good father for her, because he really does care about her. So yeah, it doesn't really sound like your average comedy plot. It kind of sounds more like a drama, but it is a comedy, and it is very, very funny. So one of the things that makes it so funny is definitely the cast, especially Sean Hayes. He's just so funny. If you guys watch Will and Grace, I never saw Will and Grace, but I heard he was hilarious on that show. This is no exception. I mean, he was really funny on Smash. He's really, really funny here. There's some really funny scenes. There's this one scene where he's promised his daughter he wants to have a dinner with his daughter, chicken parmesan, and there's a scene where he's trying to get the chicken in through the vent, and the chicken keeps getting tossed back to him because the neighbor keeps saying, "You dropped your chicken," and all this crazy stuff keeps happening to him. And I thought that scene was absolutely hilarious. He did some really great scenes, really great physical comedy. That was very, very funny. And he had some really great lines too. Like, for example, there's a scene where his daughter asks if he was gay, how did he and her mother have sex? That's a very funny scene. There's a very funny scene in the very beginning with the toast, where the toast ends up on the roof. It's just very, 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 very funny. I thought he was actually the funniest out of all of them. He was very funny. Who I kind of had a little bit, this person kind of annoyed me. Didn't really annoy me that much, but it was a little bit annoying to me, was the one that played his mother, Linda Larvin. I found her funny, but I thought that some of the things she said was kind of just rude. I don't find her very funny. I don't think she's the best in the cast. I just find her okay. Nothing that funny. I thought she was just okay. They do play off of each other really well. I think you do really see them as mother and son. But I don't really think she's the best in the cast. Who I was really impressed with, though, was Samantha Isler as Ellie. This is his teenage daughter, who actually is the same age as me, and she is hot, so that helps. But she was actually very, very good. The thing about her character is that she kind of feels her mother abandoned her. So we're going to have to see what happens there. But she just really cares about her father as well. There's a scene where she can tell that it's not going to work out, so she goes where he is so they can have a dinner together, and they do end up having the dinner together, which I really liked, and I really liked her. I thought she was fantastic. Then you have Thomas Lennon as he plays Max, who's Sean's new boss. And by the way, he works in retail services. So that's what he works in, and he's a very hard boss. But I thought he was very, very funny. Basically, he's a boss that's very, very funny. He tries to be funny. And I just thought it was very, very funny. Oh, also, something I forgot to say about Sean Hayes, it was that there's this really great recurring joke where he wanted to watch a parenting movie, but he ended up watching a Western. So anytime he tries to parent, he ends up giving her advice from a Western movie. It's very, very funny. I thought that was very funny. And then the other person I have to talk about is Megan Hilty, who I thought was great in this show. I'm very, very happy that she has another job because she is very, very talented, and I'm very happy that she's doing this because she was a very funny character. She's basically one of his best friend, basically. That's who she plays. She also works with him, and I really liked her character. I thought she had some really funny lines, and she's not a big role, but I do think she is very, very funny. And then there's also Echo Kellum. Now, I remember him from Ben and Kate last year, which I did not really like Ben and Kate very much. I didn't think it was that funny, but he is very funny on this. There's some very funny scenes with him, and I thought him and Sean Hayes played off of each other really well. So yeah, the other thing I have to say about the show is I think some of it is improv. I can kind of tell that some of it was improv, but I don't think all of it was. Some of it I think was improv, and I do think that's really great if it was improv. So yeah. So overall, yes, I really enjoyed this show. It was very, very funny. I heard some bad reviews about it. I don't know what's going on. Some people are saying it's very unoriginal. I don't think so at all. I think it's really, really funny. And if you guys liked Will and Grace, you're probably going to love Sean Saves the World, because Sean Saves the World is kind of like a follow-up without, you know, the gay couple. It's kind of like, think of his character on Will and Grace, and then think of him as that character without the gay couple and with a single daughter. That's what this is. You know, with just one daughter as a single parent. That's what I meant. But overall, it's a very, very funny show. I definitely recommend you all watch it. Let me know what you guys thought of the show. Maybe you didn't think it was as funny as I did. Some people didn't think so. I don't know why people aren't thinking it's that funny. I think it is very, very funny. Who's the funniest in the cast? That's it for my review. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So, bye.